Immune Raider is a serious game inspired by the biological immune system. The game demonstrates to players how the human immune system functions, while it and the game intelligence are themselves powered by an artificial immune system algorithm. This project aims to tackle the problems of simple, non-realistic video game AI. In current video games, NPCs, or non-player characters, act and react in a non-lifelike manner. They do not adapt. Instead, the intelligence is written with static scripts. NPCs will only respond to certain events in a fixed manner. There is also no communication between NPCs. In any real-life scenario in which an armed woman were to enter a cave controlled by a private militia, all the enemies would be alerted to the woman's presence by fellow enemies. This does not happen in most games. Knowledge gained about the player is not shared. Furthermore, the biological immune system is not a simple mechanism, and most people do not understand it. Growing vaccine hesitancy and COVID denial around the world prove this point. This project seeks to tackle those problems. By using the Unity game engine, I have developed a game inspired by the immune system. The enemy characters, modeled by the blue bean-shaped objects, act as the antibodies, where the player is the antigen or foreign entity attacking the system. The algorithm can be tuned by a set of parameters to allow players to visualize how different methods of immunological computation can affect the system. The process of clonal expansion, an important aspect in the human immune system, then takes place to strengthen the system. I have implemented the artificial immune system in the following ways. A string virus signature acts as the antigen binding element, allowing the antibodies to calculate the affinity and probability of detection. Affinity matching is performed by three methods, as you saw in the parameter options menu. Hamming, Liebenstein, and Yarrow-Winkler distance algorithms are used. The Hamming distance is a straightforward calculation. It counts the number of characters that are different in two strings. The Liebenstein distance measures the number of single character edits required to equate two strings, edits that consist of insertions, deletions, or substitutions. Yarrow-Winkler is a variant of the Yarrow distance metric. It measures the distance between two strings by comparing each character of one string to each character of the other string, and matching only if above a threshold. This is what allows clonal expansion to take place. Upon collision with the player, the cell is taken to the germinal center, at which the cell is cloned. However, like with the biological immune system, cloning is not exact. A process called somatic hypermutation takes place that mutates the cloned cell. In the human immune system, this is done to create cells that could potentially match other pathogens. I also made use of a variation of the NS mutation algorithm to improve affinity after every iteration. This guided mutation attempts to make the antigen a valid detector for the antibodies. Finally, like memory cells, the in-game enemies have a lifeline and will eventually die off. Their maximum lifespan, however, may increase during the cloning process. This allows for better and stronger cells to live longer. We start off in the main menu. Going into the options menu, we can modify our signature and affinity parameters. To start the game, we must select a map. We'll go with the bridge. This is the game world. The player starts here on the left, and the end target is the area on the right. The map is populated with enemy antibodies, each of which have varying field of view values. It is your job to avoid them and reach the end of the map. I'll demonstrate first what happens if the enemies detect and collide with you. This antibody was successful in detecting and attacking the body. Therefore, it has been selected for clonal expansion. The cell is taken to the germinal center, in which it is cloned. As you can see, this is the old enemy's field of view, radius and angle, and this is the newer enemy's field of view, radius and angle. The game is now reset. I will try to reach the end without dying. After reaching the end, the game is reset and the player is allocated a win point. I'll now show the dungeon map, but with different parameters. The world is relatively the same as the bridge. The starting point is here on the right, the enemies are littered across the map, the germinal center is up at the top, and the end target is here on the left. And that is Immune Raider. Thank you.